Hey, welcome back to Becoming Soulful, my dear ambitious married women. This channel, we are bringing in a lot of entrepreneurs who are passionate about what they're doing, just to showcase you that all your passions can take shape and you have a lot of ideas. And if you want to implement that, you can get inspired by listening to all the visitors, guests, interesting personalities I'm bringing into this channel. Today, I have yet another very, very interesting personality. He might be giving you a lot of golden nuggets for your practical life and current era. So may I invite Sontu onto the camera, please? You have to unmute yourself, please.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for that embarrassing situation. Welcome everyone. So I want to thank Vimla ma'am for inviting me for such a great concept. So I do like the concept she has been conducting from the last series. So I do appreciate her.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sontu, for accepting my invitation. And I'm so proud that you are helping parents with handling digital children, if I'm right. So please introduce yourself and say, what are you doing and why are you doing that?
Okay, so one by one, I'm going. So my name is Sontu Biswas. So I have been a digital parenting specialist and a certified as a parenting. I am a certified parenting coach as well as a certified career strategist. So I am working on an entire database of the entire niche of children or productivity of the children. And my focus area is the digital parenting. So what is digital parenting? So parenting in this digital era, in very short. So my niche is exactly this. I'm a digital parenting specialist means that I take care of all the challenges of the families. And when I'm saying the families, I do mean by the children as well as parents. So what is happening? So in the tech world, so we are getting a lot of, so you have to understand that this digital world is the greatest power we are getting in this era. So in this era of the power, every power has a two side. So if you can guess the example of the nuclear energy is great power. So it has an adverse side, it has a good side. So my just mission is to just change or to just convert the dark side of the power of the power of this era, which is the digital world or the internet, to the brighter side. So that's the exact one line just statement that I want to make. And let me tell you, I am from the childhood onwards. So I will just say my journey, how I got into it. So it will give you a better idea. So let me tell you the thing. Okay, let me give you a brief idea that I am doing this with my passion. I have my job. So from the childhood, I am very crazy about technology. I remember I was just in the class 5 when I have introduced to this digital world, means the computers and the other things, computers, or you may say even you can consider the video game as also a part of the digital world. As so what is digital world? Digital world means anything which is related with this digital signals. So what is digital signal? Don't want to give in depth, but for a brief idea, digital means in the if you have can recall your memory of the physics in class even 9, 10. So digital signal are the signal where the 0 and 1 communicates the entire thing. So everything we are just having like our mobile phone, or we are having this video conference with the power of this digital things, that is 0 and 1, which is on and off. So these two powerful things are converting the changing the entire thing. So I was very crazy about the technology from my childhood days, and luckily and I have convinced my parents to have a computer at a very early age when I was 9. And what happened? So I started exploring the technology. And what happened whilst exploring technology, and I'm just talking about that time when the speed of the internet is not just kbps. So if you want to download an 1 MB file or a 1 MB image, I do remember in my college, even college days, for 10 MB file, I have to keep the download on for whole night to get it downloaded. Okay, so I'm saying that, and I'm just recalling that period of time. So what happened slowly? So I have just experiences all the size of the internet or the digital world in my childhood days. So it can be, I think, I hope everyone here is a parent and adult. So I will use some word which might be some matured in nature, but just to make you understand why it is important and why I have chosen. So I was very early stage. I was just got to the dark side of the internet. I have just victim of cyberbully, cyber grooming. These are some things, just maybe for you, maybe it is new, but these type of things I have got in a very early age. And even I have been to the world of pornography. I have just watched the pornography content in the world very early age. If I know that before in my age, even the children used to just go through it, but at a very early age, about before class 10, I do remember. So I have been exposed to this content. So I have just while exploring, I have found that the negative side of the internet is, yes, they are always attracting. Yes, we are always getting attracted towards the negative world. So everything you have, just positive thing we don't take carry forward very easily, and very negative thing, just we can just go with this flow. And what happens slowly, I started realizing, and I have been addicted to the gaming in very early ages. I was highly gaming addicted. So I can remember in my college days, so I'm actually, after I have just done my schooling from the Kendra Vidyalaya. After that, I have just done my I have just done my engineering. I have been BTech in IT, and that's the all the passion which driven me to this era. Sorry, this part of my job. Okay, so after that, I have done my MBA. I have just worked with many software company, and currently I'm working within government PSU. So I am working in a PSU, I mean the public sector union. So which is, I'm working in government sector. So what happened in my early age, I have remembered, I have gone through all the dark sides of the internet when the internet speed was very low, and we used to rely on the floppy, or for the movies, or for some, I will share some pornographic content. We have to rely on the CDs, floppies, CDs, pen drive, or even a pen drive was not there, I do remember. So what happens suddenly, before this lockdown happened, I was traveling by a train. So my home location and my job location is about 400 kilometers apart. So I have to take a train to come here. So what happened, I have booked in reservation of AC, and I was in the top berth. And the opposite berth, there are two children, I do remember clearly. There are the two children who are playing with the smartphone, just 1 year or 1.5 year before this COVID thing. Okay, so I have seen the parents are just sleeping in the below, in the lower berth, and the two children are two are boys. I think the age of the one boy maybe 8, or another one is 14, and one boy was watching some pornographic content whole the night. Okay, and another boy was playing gaming like PUBG, like some games, and whole night. I remember he was continuously speaking, and even I can't just concentrate to, for when with my sleeping, as next day I have to go to my workplace and I have to join, but I couldn't sleep that night. And I was just watching that the parents were not even bothered what is happening with the child. One child is consuming content, and another child is watching or continuously playing the games. So they even don't have any intention to even see what are the children doing. They are not even concerned. They are talking just, they are even, I have found that they are also watching at their smartphone and watching some YouTube video. And this, the area of the geo has already came, which have given the power of the internet. So what happens slowly, I started noticing that the boy who was watching the pornography content, after a certain period of time or certain time, he have got slept. But the boy who was playing the PUBG like game, I can't remember the exact. Yes, I do remember some of the part. So the whole night till the morning 4 a.m. I do remember when I have just dropped myself from the train. So the whole night he was playing and shouting, "Yahan hai, wahan hai." So after that, I was thinking that in that moment of time, I've gotten thought that, so what is happening with this this generation, what is happening. So even the parents are not aware, not bothered about the things. And I do know the very well that how much dangerous that internet could be. And the only reason I'm here, I have upgraded in my life, as I have chosen the power of internet in the positive direction. So what happened that moment, the moment, the night I have decided to, so I have to help this thing, I have to help these parents, and I have to make them aware. At least I want to try. And in that moment of that time, the digital coaching was not that much favor. So I was looking after a lot of things. So I have done a lot of research. So research means I have to sort out this problem anyway. Okay, so I have done a lot of research. I tried to find a coaches, a lot of programs I have tried to find, but in India it is, I think I have not found a single one which has helped me. So I have tried with the foreign countries, the developed countries. So let me tell you, in the UK and Australia, they are and Canada, three countries, let me tell you, they are so much concerned about their child in this digital era. So there are, I have found that there are specialized parenting coaches who help the entire thing to process how to protect your child from the dark side of the internet, how to prevent the child from the digital screen addiction, or like this. So I have started research, and from that moment of time, the seed actually came at that moment of time. But what happens, so gradually what happens with us, so we make a plan, and suddenly gradually what happens, we get busy in our entire life, and suddenly uh, we forget, we lose. But that the thing I was started researching, and on a just primary level. So what happened after COVID-19? So suddenly some COVID-19 thing happened, and I have found.
I want to interrupt here. You didn't have the feeling to tell the parents that your son is watching porn in the train?
So ma'am,
If I
so
were
how
you,
can
I
I?
would have told. No, no, you can tell the parents. If I were you, I
Yes,
would have
I could have tell the parents,
shouted
but
at the
I
parents.
found. Because I should have tried, but at that moment of time I was thinking how to sort out the problem for the entire thing. So just telling the parents about the child is, so he maybe he will snatch his phone for the momentary moment, for the that particular moment, how he will just beat him. So maybe they are not even bothered about that what are the child is doing. So at that moment of time, so I have not thought of in that way. So I thought that how to just cure the thing for the entire era. Actually, you may understand that after, especially after the COVID-19, the entire world is in on the
Digital.
digital platform. Entire things, and this is the unturned stone, and no one is bothering to just take a step. You have to take a step to just solve this challenge. This so at that time the seed has born, and what happened, I forgot it. But after a certain time, when I just get busy, I started slowly researching on this topic, and it took me, let me tell you, about 2 years. Right now currently it is 2 years. So after I invested lakhs, and when I mean lakhs, I've invested about 10 even more than 10 lakhs to do this research, and to get all the content, and all the content from the various nation, and so-called the digital experts and the cyber security experts. I've gained their knowledge, and I built a program which is very practical. So I will not discuss the program over here. So this is the challenge I want to solve. So this challenge, due to this, everything has happened. And what happened after the COVID-19, the same problem happened with my child, the 3 years old child. See, I was just giving her a tab to watch some nursery rhymes, and accidentally she has clicked something which is not appropriate as for her age. So घर का जो वही कहते हैं ना, when happens, जो घर में जब problem starts होता है, then the intensive thing started. So I taken this very strictly, and uh, I do have a job. I'm working in a government. I'm government employee, so my job is very secure. But with my passion, with the technology, and with the passion of my parenting. Child parenting means, from the childhood onwards, I am very passionate about playing with my cousins, child. So I spend most of my time with younger brothers and sister, and I I feel very great whenever I spend a lot of time with them. So these are my passion. So parenting is my passion, and technology has already been passion to me. So I combine this two things, and got this niche about digital parenting. So I'm here.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's not that easy to notice something. It's not that easy to use your presence of mind to solve a problem in the society. I'm so happy that somebody is coming forward to take care of this silent problem, but it's a humongous problem that we are not realizing. We are westernizing everything. We are thinking everything is a need of the hour, and none of us are guided how to utilize it.
Exactly.
We are just going with the system. We are just getting used to it, but we are not pausing and thinking that what we can do. Or we need somebody to educate when we are introducing a digital world to the children, when the schools are introducing. None of us are focusing on the side effects of whatever we are introducing.
Mhm.
So I'm so glad that you are into this picture, and I'm so happy that you have started something of that
Thank you.
kind. Meanwhile, people can connect with you for the courses you're conducting. Meanwhile, can you help the parents watching, especially the mothers watching here, as to how to identify what the wrong things that their children are doing with the phone or with the internet?
Okay.
Some
So
tips.
let me tell you. Yes, yes. I will just try to actually let me tell you this thing you have just made or you have taken forward. So I have one module or especially on this thing. But if I want to just go through this entire module, it will takes more than 3 hours of my time right now. So
Few
I will
tips,
give you
simple
a
tips.
simple. So I will share that something this digital world is we only are just know this 10% of the digital world. So how much it could be dangerous if we don't use it in the efficient manner, in the responsible manner. It could ruin the entire life of you as well as your child. This is the first thing you have to consider. So there are challenges I'm just sorting out. There is a cyber grooming, which is one of the dangerous threat the child are just going through. Then there is a cyber bullying. Okay, let me tell you the exact data. 1 out of 3 children before this lockdown are 1 of the 3 children in India. I'm not telling about the world. In India, is just are victim of cyber bullying.
I
And
want
let me
I
tell
want
you.
to interrupt here. I want to interrupt here. I know in my own circle, I know a family whose son was cyberbullied. So
Yes.
every parents, every women who are watching here, please go and find out with your friends or with your extended relatives or in the schools whether there is at least one case of cyberbullying of your children. So this is a
Yes.
task I'm going to give to all the parents who are watching this. Cyberbullying is not a Western concept. It is bullying is becoming an Indian concept. Cyber is
Mhm.
bullying is happening in Indian concept. And we keep on saying Western, Western, Western. All these people are introducing Western concept. Baba, it's happening. Let's get trained for all these stuff.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Cyberbullying is happening with all the
Yes,
children.
yes, and let me tell you, these are already the registered or reported cases. And let me tell you, in I have faced cyberbullying many a times. And let me tell you, in some I do remember when I was in the class 11, I was so much humiliated over the internet. So I think that I am unworthy. So at that moment of time, and let me tell you what
Sontu, can you quickly define what is cyberbullying? Some of us may
I
not know.
okay. What is cyberbullying? Cyberbullying is consist in a shorter way. There are many types of cyberbullying, but in a just it is an online ragging in simple way. In the online ragging, so when you have heard about the ragging when you are just in the engineering college in the colleges, the same thing over the internet where the child has been continuously provoked. The child has been continuously provoked with some negative word, or there are a lot of forms, but I'm just saying the simple form. Uh, Negative word, and continuously they are like I can remind some of the cases which I have just studied is one child of Rebecca Sedgwick. She's in she's in US 13-year-old child. So she has been continuously provoked by this world that she is nothing, no, that world is better place without her. So like this, so she has been continuously just bullied over the web and as well as the in the offline world. So what happened when she was commencing on his 14th birthday, she can't bear that pain and she committed suicide. jumping off the tower. And this is, if you're thinking that this is just a case of the Western countries, I'm very sorry to say that many parents think ये हमारा country में ऐसा नहीं होता है. हमारे country में उससे भी ज्यादा होता है, but we are not aware, we are not getting the news, we are only focusing on the politics, we are just focusing outside the world, we are not focusing inside our own home. So that's the main challenge. And let me tell you, the data I'm sharing is 100% genuine. More than out, I am particularly seriously sure that even more than one of the three child is getting cyberbullied every time. And the worst case is the child commits suicide, or even let me tell you about the cyber grooming. It is one of the dangerous things, especially for the girls. So there are a lot of cases in the India where the child gets raped or over the due to these digital world threats, and also death threats or suicides. So these are just two, and let me tell you, these are just 2% of the entire dangers of the internet. 2%, and there are a lot more. So I'm already tell that it will take 3 hours to define me if each and everything if I want.
Yeah.
So another biggest problem, so I want every mother to take a very concern, which is digital screen addiction. So not even your child, I am 100% sure that if you are watching YouTube or Facebook, you are also a digital screen addicted person. Okay, so it is valid for everyone. So I don't only take care of child, I take care of the family. I also help them to de-addict or detoxify from this digital addiction. And I have made a special thing, 21 days challenge, and it is working fine. It is working. I have tested out. I have been testing in the beta mode. It is tested and a great response. And even I have tested more than 10 times on me itself. I get digitally addicted and I get digitally de-addicted. Even I tested on myself. So these two things I'm just very concerned about. And this,
Yeah.
and
So I want to say here that if we are complaining that we are getting so westernized and all these talks what we are having is not relevant, then let's go and each one of us as women, let's go and as father and mother, go and check ourselves how much time we spend on our phones. Are we spending, you go ahead and check for yourself. Are you talking with the people at home? Or are you spending most of the time in your phones? So I want to keep this challenge through this video. Yeah. So too, I want to ask next question. So cyberbullying we discussed. Next topic.
Ma'am, one thing I will just miss. I want to everybody to focus on that. My mission there. Let me tell you, my mission is of two thing. Clearly, it indicates two pillars. So my mission, the first thing is mindful digital world. So I want to make this world a mindful digital. I mean, you are conscious what you are acting on this digital world. And second thing, I'm working on the project, my second mission, which is project Reconnect. So what happened when we are connected digitally, we are disconnecting offline, in offline world. We are disconnected from our families, our children, our loved one, our parents. We are just faking our likes, smiles, or the internet, and we are feeling happy, but this is not happiness. So these are the two projects I want to just give
that is why the child is watching porn. 14-year-old is watching porn in the train. Yes. Because in those days when I was a kid, when we traveled in the train, that was the most wonderful memories we have. Exactly. But now parents don't want to face the trouble of the children, so they give the mobile phones in the train when they travel the long hours. They give and they silent the children and they take their mobiles and watch. Usually when I do this, I go and speak to them. I can't keep quiet. I go and tell them, please do something about it. Don't get into all this. Okay, Sontu, yes. Interesting information. My next question will be, guys, Sontu has, if you go and visit his web page, he will be having Vidya Balan endorsing his his course. So what is that experience?
Okay, so let me tell you. So it is a very lucky experience. So before lockdown, after the train incident, what happened? We are just I was just in the vacation mode, and we were traveling to just Andaman and Nicobar. So it's a great place to watch a vendor. Andaman Nicobar. So in the Kolkata airport, I do remember there was a cafe named Barista. I can't remember the exact name. The Barista. We were sitting. The train, the flight was a bit delayed. Actually, we were a bit early. So I was sitting and just having this cup of coffee or something, some drinks, or I was talking to my wife, and my wife is also in actually she's a spiritual trainer for women. So she is in the very new in the, so we were discussing so what happened, so how to solve this problem, and how just in the primary mode. So we were discussing just gently. So Priyanka, my wife's name is Priyanka. So Priyanka, so ये करना होगा, okay. तो मुझे लग रहा है ये कोर्स मैं ऑनलाइन से यहाँ पे कर रहा हूँ, ये वाला करना होगा. So I was discussing about 10-20 minutes, and beside me, just beside on a seat, there was a 3 or 4 people, a group, and I have not noticed even. Let me tell you, let me know. I have just talking a lot with my wife. I have not noticed, but when I've just got up, I found that I talk. I was just shocked. मुझे लग रहा है I have seen her. So what happened? Who is she? So she only my wife says she's Vidya Balan, I think. हाँ मुझे नहीं नहीं यार विद्या वाले यहाँ पे कॉफी कैसे पिएगा. I can't understand that it can come, but in that moment of time I got. But I was so much stupid at that moment of time. I directly go with her, just sitting beside me, one seat beside another table. I go with her. So yeah, I have asked her literally. I remember. So are you Vidya? क्या she used to talking in Hindi. So क्या विद्या वालन है? मैंने उसको बोला. She laughed and she laughed exactly. She laughed and बोले नहीं, yeah, I am not Vidya वालन. Okay, so that moment of wow. So we were in different mode in that moment of time. What to do? Actually, wow. There's a great, actually, I do admire of the Vidya Balan from a long time, especially after the Kahani movie. And let me say, she have done a great job there. So we always watch her movie, okay, even either in the hall or even the TV screen. So I've just she sitting beside me from 20 minutes. I have not even noticed her, and she was talking some there maybe few members. I don't know who are they. Uh, सो मैं तो हंस के उसने फिर उन्होंने आई थिंक उन्होंने रिप्लाई दिया कि तो मैडम बोले तो मैडम यू आर, तब वो हंस गए. तो मैं आई हैव अंडरस्टूड दैट शी इज अ विद्या बालन. सो वी वर वेरी एक्साइटेड टू just at that moment of time we were indifferent in this situation. So what happened, so I was asking, so she was some kind of promotion, a movie promotion she have came for, or some, I don't know the exact reason. So I asked her, ma'am, so it was great to meet you. So she then said that I was listening to your conversation. So you are doing like you are doing a great job. So if you would just go with your mission, both of you. She was actually in the spirituality zone. So we are discussing. So if you, she has literally said me. So I was listening from a long time, from 20 minutes. So if you just do it, so it is going to help it is going to change a million of life. And she wished her best of luck. And at that moment of time, I didn't have an idea to how to react even, and how to react. And then we have thank you madam for, I just appreciated her. I thanked her for her valuable comment, and we was returning. Then I got in mind, okay, एक picture to ले ही सकते मैडम के साथ. Then we have approached madam. So the crew members are just taking madam, she is busy, but she had allowed. I have found that she is very gentle, and let me tell you, real पता नहीं फिल्म में वो कैसे दिखता है, real life में she is very gorgeous. I can even you can't just मतलब आप पहचान ही नहीं पाओगे इतना, मतलब like she is glowing like this. I was very, yes, I do remember the glowing face of her.
She's more than an actress. I take her as an inspiration for many things, many things. Like people like us, rounded people, take inspiration of dressing from her. And the beaming smile. I have watched her interview, so simple and humble lady, and
Yes.
A lot of inspiration from certain actresses. And Vidya Balan is one such inspiration. And the movie she chooses to do, all that is
Yes.
the movie where she becomes a radio jockey.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and the song Ooh La La. Yeah,
Something like that.
these two we can. That movie came in Tamil also.
Yes.
Jyotika has acted in it, and lovely inspirational movie that one is.
Yes.
And that Ooh La La song
Yes.
is one of my favorite songs. Yeah, Sontu, now it's time for questions, personal round
Yes.
questions. Thanks for
Yes, ma'am.
sharing, Vidya Balan. I could visualize the way you express, the way you speak. I can visualize how you met Vidya Balan and the whole thing happened. Thanks for sharing that. Now, quick
Yes, ma'am.
questions for
One
you.
thing I want to mention one more, actually, why she is appreciated me. So we have understood that she have already worked in a movie. If you have watched the Kahani 2 movie, it is already on the child sexual abuse.
Oh,
So she can understand that point. She have mentioned this, that I have watched this, I know this thing. So in the detail, so that's why she has given that appreciation. I can remember. I just
I
remember.
want to say here that all these are the signals from the universe that you have to do it.
Yes,
It is
yes,
whether it is Vidya Balan, not because she is an
yes,
actress. All these, I feel it's a signal from the universe saying that
yes,
go ahead,
yes,
do it. This is the purpose of your life.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
So someone is calling the
yeah,
law of
yeah,
attraction.
yeah. I love attraction. Yeah. So, into quick question: what is life about?
Life is all about happiness and joy for me. So
Ah,
if you are happy, if you are in the joy mood, and life is, this is very simple.
beautiful. If you have to fill in this blank in one word, life is like a dash.
Life is like a tree, you have to grow.
Okay.
Life is like a tree, you have to grow,
Okay.
you can't.
Okay. Well done. Next question. What book do you recommend people to read, especially my
Bhagavad Gita.
audience, parents? If there is any
Bhagavad
book,
Gita.
Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita. Yes, I
Okay.
have read it many times, once actually, and yes, it is very inspiring. And actually, I am recommending that's one. Actually, this is one thing that our ancient has given the best thing for everyone. I
Other
think
than
that's
that,
why.
any book, other than that, any other book, if all
Okay,
related
the first life changing book of mine, let me tell you, is The Attitude is Everything. This is the
at
book I
right?
can't remember.
Okay, that's
Attitude is Everything.
attitude is
Yes.
everything. Okay, perfect.
Okay, the book I can't remember some killer Jeff Killer, I think the name
That's
author.
okay. That's okay. Attitude is everything is the book Sontu is recommending. Um, what have you started or stopped doing to live or age well? We are all aging, right? Whatever age you are
Mhm.
into,
Mhm.
what have you started or what have you stopped doing to live well or age well?
Okay, so it will be a bit broad answer for me, a bit broad. Actually, before this thing happened, before I've got my passion, my life was a bit very boring. I was doing a uh, 9 to 5 job, government employee. I was satisfied, but not with my life actually. So I've get all the things, but not with life. So the life which I have just to think that the change, the transformation, you have got the knowledge from the entire universe is which have responsible the change the life. So can you just repeat the question so I can just relate with
What
you? Can
have
you
you
just,
started doing to live or age well?
okay, so I started following my passion,
Very good.
and
What have you stopped doing?
I have stopped doing the useless thing I has been doing from the past life, and like even the social media addicted. I was also a social media addicted, so I stop those things from my life which don't value me.
Beautiful. Next question. What advice do you have about making a relationship work? You're married, you have a kid. So what advice you will give my audience for the relationship to work? Because you're already working as a government employee, you have started investing on your personal passion. How are you getting the cooperation from your wife, from your family?
Actually, the thing is that unconditional love is the main. So if you are getting love or support from your loved ones, so what is the most better thing you can get from except this?
What is
So
that
love.
one good thing about your wife you will appreciate? Because unconditional love is too technical for my
Too
audience.
technical is okay. Oh,
What is that
so
one
her
thing you'll
supportive
appreciate?
nature.
Best practice of your wife so that we can share with the other women over here.
Okay, so best practices, I think her supportiveness towards my passion. So she have supported me. Because of her, I have actually just doing this entire government job as well as this project, and she have supported me in each stage of life. And if she was not, so there is an always a woman behind a man, and
Done.
I am pretty
What is the best practice for a husband based on your life? What you do for your wife that she's
to encourage her and to fill the gap what she is lagging and help her to grow too.
okay. So how do you express that?
Okay, so how do you explain? Actually, she's also in the she's a teacher. Let me tell you, she's a teacher. She's into also in the coaching domain, but she's not that much great and technical stuff. So I always inspired her, do this, do that. I have learned this, do that, do this. I'm always with you. Yes, I may be in. I am doing job. I am doing my passion, but I'm always with you to support you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. Next question. One best advice you can give regarding money for my
Money
audience.
is an energy. So if you are just passionate about your energy, your every money will automatically flow to you. And what is happening, Sim? Money is just an energy, nothing else. So you can't ignore, and it can be created, it not can be destroyed, and it is just can be converted from your passion to your money, and it is simply energy, nothing else.
Oh, beautifully said. Sontu, if I give you last 90 seconds to give one of the best practices for all the parents who are watching and on the digital parenting, give me one quick best advice.
One quick best advice. Okay, so I want every parents who is watching this entire episode, or sorry, in this program entire video. So I will the best to take some concern, be serious about your child. They are the most precious thing you have got. So you have just given him or her the birth. So you should be responsible to make him or her a responsible person in life, so that he can grow with abundance in life in future, and he or she can remember you for all your deeds in his whole life. So be an inspiration for him or her. And digital part is just one part. There are entire thing. The digital journey is just a simple thing. So we are also already been hooked in this system, the developed system. So let me tell you one single example, one single thing. The entire digital world is not to help you. Let me tell you frankly, they are entirely made to grab your money. Nothing in the world works. Only everyone is just trying to grasp your money. Let me tell you, for the social media platform, so if you have to join my session to get the more insight. So in the social media platform is literally hooking you. So they are just let me tell you, they are paying more to the psychologist to how to make their product addictive. So they are just one part of life. Use them, don't misuse them, don't get used to them.
Don't
Okay.
get misused by them.
Yes, exactly, don't get me.
Misused
Use
by
them.
them. Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
use the
Yeah.
technology,
Beautifully said.
don't get used by the technology.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sontu. A lot of information, and it was so refreshing to talk to you.
Yes.
As I complimented you, like you look like one bacha, and you have so much of information.
But unfortunately I'm 30.
So much of research has gone behind it, and so committed, and you have taken the right area to help parents. And I would request everyone to follow Sontu. I'm going to share all the details about Sontu in my description box. And according to Sontu, we have to customize parenting, and we have to adapt our parenting style and not keep on thinking some Western concept is coming in. Everything has come in already. We have to clean it up and bring back the legacy of Indian
Exactly.
parenting. That's what we are
Exactly.
all struggling to do together. Thank you so much for coming on to my show, Sontu.
And before ending, I want to make one last comment that let me tell you, I have been following you from a long time. So after we have just scheduling, so you are doing a great job. And women's are very much, just I think according to me, women's are just neglected in the family. So I have seen that their their passion just get ruined in the daily life of the family or taking care of the family. So you are doing a great job, and I do appreciate, and I always appreciate, just encourage my wife. I do encourage every woman. I want to thank you to take this step and help all the women, all the struggling women who are just hooked up in their life, with the family life, with the children, cooking here. Just so they are just born to do something special. So you are just bringing out that thing. So I do really appreciate you, and I'm just honored to have you, to just talk with you. And maybe in the next session we will meet. But I will just I will always recommend that.
I'm moved and touched with your comments because you rightly said, what am I doing with the women? I'm helping stuck women, limiting believed women to come out of their shell and do more than just being in the family and doing the routine job. Everybody is born with a purpose, and each woman also have a purpose more than doing the family duties. I want to bring them out of their shell and give them the courage and confidence to perform. And you rightly said that. I'm literally moved that you understood what I'm doing. Thank you so much.
And one more advice to the just the men who are watching this video. So please don't yes, sorry to interrupt, but I want to say that if you are a man like me and if you're watching this video, just please allow your wife. She is not before she is a wife, she is a mother, she is an just girl or a daughter, she is an human. So we should have the equal rights. So we are just growing in our life, so why should you neglect their growth? So they are also born to do something special, so allow him and
My
support her.
my my cheeks are literally burning when you talk like this. Onto, I'm so honored to bring you onto the screen, and you are a guy who understands the pulse of the show, and you are speaking what I want my audience to hear. I love you so much, Sontu, from bottom of my heart. I want to bring you on another show to train all the husbands how
Yeah.
you are. I'm really touched and moved, and my
Actually, I
cheeks
have
are
faced this challenge in my family too. That's why I have seen my mother continue. She is so good at cooking. So she have a lot of talent, but she is currently 60. But she is value after the entire day. She just don't get her value, which she should have got if she had worked on his passion or her passion. She is great at cooking. She is great at stitching. So she have left everything for us, for our family. And same I have seen for my wife, and she's also doing a lot of struggle. So I don't allow her to do a lot of struggle. I have taken care of the all household duty from my side. I have just taken care of so that she can grow in the passion. I have just kept some maids, a lot of maids, so that everything or the household we can just share, we can make thing. But we should help her, I should help her. And so we are just made for each other. We are just a couple. So why should you consider yourself
I
just
love
a
you,
man?
man. I love you. I love you for whatever you have to come and do a separate session on coaching all the husbands for
Yes,
this.
yes,
I
ma'am.
love you for
So
this.
I don't have
Very,
the
very
exact
few
word right
husbands,
now.
very few husbands have this mindset. I'm talking to women because very few husbands understand this, and I want to bring out of the. I want to help get the help of the husbands as well. That's why I'm bringing all of you onto the show. Um,
Thank.
but I'm going through wife to the husbands, so I cannot.
Yes, and ma'am, I do just wish you all the best to your journey. And yes, if you need my support, if you need that, I can help you in your journey too. So please let me know. I will always there to help, to just with you. Okay, ma'am.
We will do a separate session for all the husbands as what is nourishing the soul and what is ego trip. We have to do
Yes, exactly.
one session on nourishing the soul. Each one is a soul, and it's just a role we are playing as a husband and wife. Apart from that role play, we are all souls, and it is our responsibility as a husband or a wife to nourish the soul to finish its purpose and move on. We will do one show because you are understanding my pulse and you're talking my language. So I love you so much, Sontu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
So I'm often come here. Everyone, just bye and see you very soon with ma'am.
Take care. Yeah, yeah. Bye. Bye, Sontu. So that's from Sontu, guys. We had a very, very nice interaction, very heart touching discussion, real time problem. And please ensure that don't think that feeding your children is enough, giving them mobile is enough, going according to school's requirement is enough, just following the system blindly is enough. Be close to your children and find out what they're watching and why they're watching. Don't shout at them, yell at them, and don't feel ill-equipped to handle this modern digital world's problem. So I'll come back again with another interesting personality to help you lead a very soulful life. I'll share all the details about Sontu Biswas in my description box if you need to connect with him to equip yourself as to how to be a digital parent. You have to talk to him so that you save your children from Dangers. If you're not taking care of your children, you are allowing 20 years of their life full of danger. They might realize that when they're at 40, by that time, all their good years would have gone in figuring out how to save them from any kind of addiction. One kind of addiction is porn addiction. So don't blame them, don't shout at them, don't think we are Indians and we have to go by the a typical Indian way of controlling, shouting, yelling at children to bring them back on track. That's not possible because we are no more in the Indian style of learning sitting under the trees like Gurukulam. We are getting into digital. So let's be more responsible and get into learning all the new skills and adapting ourselves so that we can save our children's life. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and make sure you share this interview with many of your friends and family so that everybody gets benefited. Even one thing you learn from this interview, it's more than enough for me. I have done my job. Thank you. I'm Vimla Rane. Please believe in yourself, begin the action, and bloom as a beautiful woman, empowered woman, and soul-filled woman. Thank you. Bye.